Alright guys, so now the next part of this program is going to be creating your online store. So if you already remember, we created our Shopify store already. So what you want to do is go to Shopify and then log into your account. And once you do that, you're going to be brought to this page. So on this page, I want you to click on select a plan. And once you do that, click on choose this plan where it says $29 a month. Alright, so yes, Shopify does cost $29 every 30 days, and so does any other platform just like Shopify. You're going to have to pay for it, and with any business, you're going to have to pay to run it. But the good thing with this is you get a 14-day free trial, so if you do cancel your plan before the 14 days, you're not going to have to pay the $30. So I'm going to go ahead and pay with PayPal. Alright, so the next thing I want you to do is scroll down and see where it says add domain. Click on that. And basically, a domain is going to be your shop's URL. So let's say you want to make a store about kitchens, then you can make it kitchens.com. And so you're going to have to think of a unique brand name for your store. And something you can do if you need some help coming up with a store name is search up Shopify store name generator and then click on this link. And once you get here, just scroll down and put in whatever niche you're in. So I'm selling kitchen stuff, so I'm just going to search up kitchen. So now basically it's just going to show me a bunch of different names that I could potentially use for my brand. Now obviously they're not always the best, but it kind of just helps you get an idea of what you can do yourself. So for example, I decided that I'm just going to name my store Kitchen Must-Haves. So now I'm going to go back here and I'm going to search up Kitchen Must-Haves. Alright, so once you search it up, you're going to see what is available for you to buy. And as you can see, kitchenmusthaves.com is taken, and ideally you do want to have the .com. You can also look into getting .co, that would also be a nice one, but if you do search up your name and you can't find .com, .ca, or .co, you're going to have to change your name. So for example, something you can consider doing is adding a dash in the store name, and then there you go, kitchenmusthaves.com is going to be available, and it's going to cost me $14 a year. Alright, so anyways, once you come up with the store name and you see that it's available for you to buy, just write it down on a piece of paper or write it down somewhere, and then we're going to come back to this later. Alright, so the next thing I want you to do is go to the apps. So basically, you can actually add a lot of apps to your Shopify store, and basically the purpose of these apps is to just add something to your store that is going to be beneficial for you. But anyways, just to show you how this actually works and how you can add apps to your store, all you have to do is click on visit the Shopify App Store. Alright, so once you do that, you're going to come to this page and you're going to see a ton of different apps, but don't worry, you're only going to need a few for your store. So for example, let's say I just search up Shopify email. Alright, so once you do that, you're going to see this app right here, which is Shopify email. So I'm actually going to get you to download this app right now, so just click on it. Then you just click on add app. Alright, so now it redirects me to this page, and then just click on install app. Alright, so once you do that again, it's going to redirect you to this page, and this is actually the Shopify email app right here. So we already have it on our store now, so just click on home. Then click back on apps, and as you can see, we already have this Shopify app now downloaded on our store, and this is a totally free app, so you're not going to have to worry about paying anything for it. But anyways, we're going to deal with apps later on, like how to actually use them and what you're going to do with it, but for now, we're just going to add the apps to our store. Alright guys, so exactly how we added the Shopify app, I also want you to add all these other apps as well. And you also should have ZenDrop because we already added ZenDrop to our store. So the only thing you have to add is this one right here, also this one, and this one. And don't worry about this one, I'm going to show you exactly how we add this later because you don't actually add this from the Shopify store. So just go ahead and search this up, and then search this one up. So now what I want you to do is click on the home page and then come here to online store. Okay, so now what you're actually going to do is you're going to actually have a theme on your Shopify store, and I have a unique theme that I'm going to give you that you can use for your store. This is a theme that you can't find anywhere else anymore. It's discontinued, but it is literally the best theme for your store. And so how you're going to add this theme now is scroll down here to the bottom and click on upload theme. Now it's going to tell you that you need to upload a file. So what I want you to do now now is go back to the dropshipping course here, and in the section where it says build your online store, click on that. Now once you click, you're going to see a section where it says Shopify theme, and there's going to be a link right here. So what you want to actually do is just download this link. So go ahead and click on it, and now it's automatically downloading to my computer. And so once this does download, you're going to be able to upload it as like a theme. So I'll show you how that's going to work after. Okay, so now on my computer, I see that it has been downloaded. It's right here in the download section. It says Beautify. So if I click on that, basically here, you're going to see all the files that it has. And so what you want to do now is go back to Shopify, and where it says add file, you're going to add that file. So I'm going to click add file. And as you can see, it's right here. It says Beautify. I accidentally downloaded it twice, but it's just one. So it's the zip, or it might not look like this for you. It might look different, but as long as it says Beautify, click open, click upload file. So now it's just gonna load, so we're gonna wait for it to load. Okay, so once it's loaded now, what you wanna do is click on actions, then click on publish. Click on publish. Now, once you've done that, the theme is now on your store, and so you have this nice theme that you can use for your store, and this is honestly the best theme that you can use. Now, I will also mention that there are other themes that you can put on your store as well. So where it says free themes, you can click on this. And as you can see, there are a couple of themes to choose from here. My favorite out of all of them is this one, which is Debut, but I'll be honest, the one that I gave you guys is the best. I've used like almost all of them, but this one definitely is the best. Alright, so next, what I want you to do is go back to your ZenDrop account, so make sure you sign in to your account. And so what we have to do now is we actually have to import our products from ZenDrop and then put them on our store. So once you're here, where it says import list, just click on that. So as you can see here, it says my import list is empty, and that's because I haven't added the products to this section. So I'm going to show you how you can do that. Alright, so starting with ZenDrop, the first thing you have to do is you have to have the product open here. So here's a product that I'm going to put on my store. Now all you have to do is scroll down and see where it says add to import list. Just click on that. And what you want to do is with any of the products that you want to sell on your store, you just have to click on this button. So I'm going to go ahead and do that with all the products that I want to sell on my store from ZenDrop. Alright, so once you've clicked on this button for all the products you want to sell on your store, all you have to do is click on import list in the top. And here it brings you to the page with all the products that you want to sell on your store. So all you have to do now is click on import to store for all of your products, and basically what this does is it actually sends the product to your Shopify store. Alright, so here where it says products, click on that. Alright, so once you get here, you're going to see all the products have been imported to your store. So I'm just going to click on a random one. We'll go with this one first. So the first thing we want to do actually is search the product up in Google, and we want to find another dropshipping store that is already selling this product. So all you have to do really is search out the product in Google and go through until you think you see something that could be like a store selling that product, and most likely it's going to be like a dropshipping store. So for example, right there, I already clicked on it. It's the portable mini heat sealing machine. That is a dropshipping store right there. So just keep going through until you find a bunch of them. And you may only find one if you get lucky, and if you don't find one, that's okay too. You can always reference Amazon. Alright guys, so we found a store selling this exact product, and I definitely think this is a dropshipping store. And so let's take a look and see how they're advertising it. So they have a nice layout, they have some GIFs, and their photos look pretty good as well. They also have some other products in the same niche, and also they have some reviews. So this store is actually very similar to something that I'm going to be creating as well. So since we found this one store, let's see if we can try to find another store also selling this product. Alright, so I found another dropshipping store selling the product, but I will say I don't like this layout as much as I like the other one, but we're still going to use it as a reference as well. Alright guys, so I found another dropshipping store selling the product, but I will say this is definitely a cheaper version of the one that we're selling, and honestly, so far, I really like the layout here, and they have really nice quality images and GIFs, and so we are definitely going to use this as an example. And I'm guessing they have other products in the same niche, which yes, they do. And yeah, it looks pretty good. Alright, so now that I have 3 other dropshipping stores opened up, I'm actually going to use these to create my title, my description, and kind of format my page. And if you don't find any stores selling the product, which honestly is impossible, then you could just head over to Amazon and look at the product there, and then use the title and description from that. But there's a 99.99% chance that you are going to find some kind of store selling the same product that you are selling. So it doesn't matter if it's a dropshipping store or just a regular store, as long as they're selling the product, you're good. Alright, so back to Shopify. So first thing I'm going to say is the title is way too long. So we're going to get rid of all of that. And I just want to see what the other people are naming it. So this person is naming it portable mini heat sealing machine. So I think this is the best one because that's basically what it is. But anyways, we know it is the portable mini. So that's the title. Alright, so back to this dropshipping store that sells the product, and what I'm going to do actually is go through the store with you guys and tell you why I like it and what we're going to do the same as well. So first things first, they have the title, which obviously you're going to have, and they also have a currency converter. So depending on where you live, the price is going to be different. So we are also going to add this to our store as well. Next here they have a trust badge, and honestly this can be good, but I also don't really like to add this because I kind of feel it's a little bit tacky and I want to make the store as professional looking as possible, so we aren't going to add this. But anyways, you don't have to add it there, you can have it at the end of your store right here, so we don't really need to have it there anyways. Alright, now the next thing they have here is buy at discounted prices. So this is a great marketing strategy. So what they do is they show you if you buy more than one, you're going to save money. So if you buy two, you get 3% off. If you buy four, you get 5% off. And this is something we're going to add to our store as well. And this is honestly the best thing you can do because if they buy more, you make more money. Alright, now the next thing here is a paragraph, and it's very important that the first paragraph is like a hook. So it tells people why they need the product and what the product does for you. Alright, so next here we see a GIF, which honestly is very nice to have since it shows you exactly how it works. Then below they explain how it works and the specifications of it and the benefits of it. And then here they're going to tell you exactly what the product is and the size and the color. And then in the package they tell you what's included, and they give you notes here as well that are important to keep in mind. For example, when you look at bigger brands like Kylie Skin, she keeps it simple, and so all she does is she puts the hook and basically explains what the product is and why you need it. So she's telling you that this is going to improve the appearance of your skin, and then she tells you how to actually use the product and the key features, and that's basically it. And then you can click on details and she has some other stuff, so she just tells you the ingredients here, which obviously you need to have. Alright guys, so now that I'm back on the dropshipping page, what I want to show you specifically is basically the format of how your page should look as well. So your description, your title, and all of that. So before I go through this, I'm just going to show you a template that I created. Okay, so as for how you're going to make your title and your description, here's how it's supposed to be. So first, your title obviously just has to be short and sweet, which is basically just a product. So first, with the description, you want to start off with a hook. So an example of a hook would be kind of just like solving someone's problem. So I could say something like, do you want to keep your food fresh long term? Are you tired of your food getting stale? And then I would say, well, this product right here is going to help with that. So that kind of hooks the person. So basically, it's like telling someone a problem and then solving it with the product that you're selling. And then after that, what you want to do is basically just explain what the product is and what it does. And then after that, you want to actually explain how it works. So for example, with this product I'm selling, I have to tell them how they can actually seal bags and stuff like that. Now the next thing here is the key features, and basically this is just kind of highlighting the benefits of the product. So in this portion, you do want to put the best stuff. That way, if the customer sees this information, they're going to be inclined to buy the product because they see why it's such a good product. Then next, you just want to put specifications, so like the color and the size. Then after, you do need to put what the package includes. And then at the end, you can put any additional notes if you need to put anything. So this page is a great example, and it's actually exactly what we want to do as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy this and use it as an example. Alright, so now we've copied it here on our page, and we even got the GIF with it as well. But here's the thing, we're obviously going to change it up, make it our own, but we have it here as kind of like a template and just kind of how we're going to create our own. And I literally do this with every single dropshipping store that I ever make. I always find other stores that are selling the same product, and I will copy their description and kind of change it up or I will look at several stores selling the same product and kind of copy theirs and make it my own thing. That's basically what everyone does. Alright, so I just went through this and I made some changes really quickly, and you are going to get access to this. I'm going to put it in the course. In this section, just look at the document and you're going to see this. Alright, so basically all I did here was I changed this to buy more, save more, and I basically changed this template as well. So I just made it for 2 plus, you get 5% off, and I think that's ideal. And then I also changed the description here. So what I did was I started with the hook, and then basically I explained what the product is and what it does. And then we have the GIF here, and under that we have the characteristics of the product. Then I have the specifications, which you can actually find on Zendrop. It's going to tell you what it is. And also I said what the package includes, which also will be on Zendrop. And then I put some notes here that might be important. So these are just things that you want to make sure the customer knows before they buy the product. So for example, I said, due to the different monitor and light effect, the actual color of the item might be slightly different from the color showed on the pictures. So that's important to have just in case the customer didn't know. Alright, now the next thing I want you to do as well is come here down to the images. Now there might be some images that you want to get rid of, and so if you want to get rid of images, just click this and then delete media. So as for right now, I think the images look really good here. They have high quality images, but if I did want to remove something, I could. And if you do want to move pictures around like this, you can also do that. But I like the way it is, and I'm going to keep it this way, but you can go ahead and edit yours. Now next down here is variants. So this is very important. This is what's going to show up on your store. So for color, I have to put pink and then white. And then as for price, make sure you edit that. So I'm going to say my products are $18.99. And then here for quantity, don't worry about this. This is what Zendrop reports, saying how much product they have, so you don't touch this. You also don't touch this either. Now just make sure you click save. And if you did want to add another variant, you can click right here, click edit options. So basically here you can add other variants. So if you want to add size or just something else like material, you can go ahead and do that here, but I don't need it, so I'm going to go ahead and delete it. Now that is basically all done. Alright, so I finally finished editing this, and that's all done. And I also have some other products that I have to edit as well, but I'm not going to edit them, so you can actually just go ahead and edit the products on your store. And basically just use what I did with this one product for all your products as well. So now that we're all done with the products, we finally are going to start editing the online store. So click on online store, then just click on customize. And once you're here, you're going to see this is your store. Now obviously there's nothing on it yet, it's very plain, but we are definitely going to edit this and make it exactly how we want. Alright, so the first thing we have to do with the store is actually edit the logo. Now, it's actually very simple to create a logo for your Shopify store, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can do this. So first, you're going to go to canva.com. Okay, so this is Canva. Now, what you want to do is you want to either sign up or log in. So I'm just going to log in because I do have an account. Alright, so once you create your account or you log in, you're going to have to get the paid version, but don't worry, you get a 30-day free trial. So you're going to use it right now, and then you can just cancel your trial right after. So here it's going to say in the bottom, try Canva Pro free, so I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to click try it for free. Alright, perfect, so now I have the Pro version, so click on create design, custom size, and do 800 by 200. Click create design. Alright, so now we can create our logo. So your logo doesn't have to be anything crazy. It can be very simple, just, some words. And you can use these templates here as kind of something you can work around if you want. Okay, so I'm just going to make it very simple, and I'm just going to make basically my logo kitchen must-haves, as you guys know. So that's what my store is. So you can obviously add whatever text you want, but I'm just going to see if there's anything that I like particularly. Okay, well, I think I like this. I'm just going to change the color, though. I want to make it like a pinky color. Well, actually, I want it to match my store. So I'm going to go back to my store. So yeah, this is like the product I have in my store. This is from Zendrop, where we got it. So I want it to be the same color as this. So I'm going to take a look and see if I can find a clear image. Yeah, so I'm going to just zoom in and then screenshot. You can screenshot on your computer. If you can't screenshot, you're going to have to do it on your phone and then upload it to your computer. Alright, so here's the screenshot. As you can see, I'm just going to drag it here. Alright, so now it's added to the page. And so what you can do now is it's going to give you the option to use this color as text. So, see, there it is. So I can just click it, and there. That's how our text is going to be. Alright, so now that I'm done the logo, all I want to do now is save it. So click download, and then click on transparent background, and then click on the size. Actually, make it the largest. Then click download. Alright, so here you are now on the home page. Make sure you are on home page. And what we want to do, we want to add the logo. So click header. Then where it says logo, select the image. And now you get to upload the logo that you just downloaded. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, and also you want to add it here as well where it says transparent header logo. And it's going to be there for you, so just click select. Alright, and as for logo height, you want to make this as large as possible, so put it on 70. And then scroll here and just keep it on center as well. And then where it says mobile header logo height, make that as large as possible, which is 50. Okay, so that looks good. As you can see, the logo looks really good. I'm going to put it on mobile and show you how it looks on here. So yeah, as you can see, it looks pretty good. Now, as you can see, it's not really centered, and the reason it's not centered is because we have this search thing right here. So I'm probably going to remove that because we don't really need it anyways. So all I want to do is go back, scroll down, click theme settings, then click cart search, and then scroll down, and then where it says enable search, only search products, just uncheck both of those. And while you are making updates on your store, just make sure you're always clicking on save, because let's say you did leave the page and you didn't save, then your changes aren't going to be there. So just make sure you always click on save. Anyways, we're gonna go back now. We're gonna go back again, and we're gonna go back here where we were. So we were just on header. And as you guys know, the header section is all done. So we're gonna go back. Now the next thing we want to edit is this welcome page right here. So this is basically the front page of the store. So whenever a customer does search up your store, this is going to be the first thing that they see. So we obviously want to make sure this looks good, and we also want to make sure that the customer has an option to just click shop now and then go to the product page. So what we're going to do now is we're going to click on welcome right here. And the first thing we want to do here is we want to add a background photo. So click on this right here. Alright, so you are going to be able to select any image that you want for the background. Now obviously, because I am selling kitchen items, I would like my background to have some kind of relation to that. Alright, so what I'm going to actually do now is I'm going to use Canva. So I'm going to click back on Canva. Then here on Canva, I'm going to search up YouTube channel art. Alright, so now that I'm on Canva, they actually have a lot of pictures that you can use, and I really like their pictures. So I'm going to give you an example. Let's say you want to sell makeup. Search up makeup, and you're going to see a bunch of cool photos you can use for your background. Something like this is really nice, or even something like this for the background is really nice if you're selling makeup. So obviously you can just pick one from Canva and then edit it. So I'm going to search up kitchen, and I'm going to look through and see if there's anything I like and want to use for the background. Alright, so honestly, I think these photos are good for now. So I'm going to look and see which one I like best. So first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create separate pages and add each photo to their own page. Alright guys, so I cropped the photo and now it looks good. So I want to actually test it out and see how it looks in the background. So just click download. And this is on page 3. So I'm just going to say I want to download page 3. And you don't have to do anything here, just keep it the way it is. All you have to make sure is you have the page and then click download. So where we are back again, I'm going to click select image, and then I'm going to upload the image. Okay, so honestly, I actually like the way that looks. Like, I really think it looks really nice. Alright, so now that this is all done, the next thing we want to do is we want to customize the header and the text. Alright guys, so in the heading and the text section, I decided to put clearance sale, and then I said, get your favorite kitchen gadgets for 50% off. Now obviously you do not have to put this, but I actually recommend putting this because it does make people want to buy the products since they are 50% off, or maybe they're on sale for this week only. And so I highly recommend doing this, or you could just put something about your brand that you want to be known. And later on, I'm going to show you how to make it look like your products are on sale. So if you did want to copy this and put this on your store, then you can go ahead and do that, and we will edit it later on your products. Alright, and next we have the button label. It says shop now, but I'm just going to capitalize it because I think it looks better that way. Alright, now see how it says button link? So basically if they click on this, they're going to go to all your products. I'm going to just remove that and then put products, and then click on all products. So basically when they click this, they're going to see all of the products. And as for button style, keep it on default because outline isn't as nice in my opinion. I don't really like how it looks. So just keep it on default. So this all looks good. So I'm going to save it, and then I'm going to go back, and then I'm going to go back again. So next is the featured content, and I never put this in my store and no one really does. So we're going to go ahead and just remove that. So scroll here and then click this, click remove section. All right, so next thing is you're going to see a section where it says featured products. Now, this is going to basically show all the products that you are selling on your store, which is great and what we need. And then if you go back, you're going to see a collection list. So we are not actually going to need the collection list, so just click here and remove the section. And then again, we're going to have a featured product. So what I want you to do is just hold on this and then move it up here. So now it's going to be right underneath this. Alright, so what I always do is whenever I start a business, I always have that one product that I really want to push and I really want to advertise that sells the best. And remember with this store, I picked that one really good product that I like, so the sealing machine. And so I want to put the sealing machine right here, and I'm also going to put the other products here as well. But I also want to make sure that this one is the center of attention so that people see this one, and I'm probably going to be advertising this one the most as well. So what you want to do is click on featured product, and whatever that one product you have that you like the most and you want to advertise the most and you think is going to sell the best, click on select product and then select the product. So for me it's this mini heat sealing machine. Select. And one thing I want you to do as well, as you can see, image alignment is to the left, so I would prefer to keep it on the left as well. Then just unclick on this, scroll down, and we keep this on the left. And then I would just remove this. You don't really need it. It's a personal preference, but I prefer not to have it. And see where it says show description? You don't want it to show the description, so just remove that. Also, you want to remove this part as well because there's really no point of it, so just remove it. Alright, so now this is how it should look afterwards, and I'm just going to click save. Alright, so once we have this all done right here, next thing I want to do is click on featured products. Now basically featured products is going to be all of the products you sell on your store, so I'm just going to put all products. And basically section, I usually just keep it default, but if you want you can put a border top. I think putting a border top actually would make it look better, so just put that there. And here it says collection, so click select collection. And I want you to click on create collection. And once you're here, just put all products, make sure it's on automated, and then click on any condition. Alright, and now you want to add all the products. So let's just add all the products. So this. Alright, so now we have all the products in the collection. So, and this is for all products. So go back to online store, click customize, and then go to all products. Then this should be what we have. So home and kitchen, let me actually see, we should change that. Okay, there you go. So it should be what you just made. So it should be the all products. I'm not sure why it's showing two for me, but it should only show you one. So let me just make sure that it's correct. There you go. Okay, so it's this one. So this shows all of the products that we have on our store. So just make sure that that is like that. Then click select. And I would also put the view all button. So if they do want to see all of them, they can just click and it will take them to the page. But I would also make it full because it looks a lot better like that in my opinion. Now the next thing we're going to do at the bottom is I would actually enable the slider, but this is definitely a preference thing. So if you like how it slides like that, then you can keep it, but if you rather it just be like this, then you can go ahead and do that. Alright, so now just make sure you click on save, and we're going to go back and see where it says featured product. I apologize, we're not actually going to need that, so you can just click on the eyeball and it's going to hide it, or you can click on it and then just remove it. Alright, so next here we have this, so click on it, and this is basically getting customers to subscribe to your newsletter. So for example, let's say you have some sort of sale or you have some kind of big event and you want people to know about it, well, you can collect people's emails, and when that does happen, you can just send them an email, and we'll go over this later, but you definitely want to have this so you can get more email signups and catch up with customers. So what we're going to put here is, let's keep in touch. Alright, and then I said here, we are only going to send the good stuff, promise. Now just make sure you click save, go back. Alright, so as for the store currently on the home page, I'm going to be honest with you guys, it looks pretty good so far. So just scroll down, you can see everything, and actually I forgot to change this part here. I'm going to go back to where it says featured products, and I'm going to change this to all products. Perfect, now you can go back, and this is how it looks currently. And we still have some things to do, so this part right here we want to definitely edit. And so where it says guarantee, click on that. Then click the very first one here. Alright, so the very first one, which is the trophy, I do want to put, so this just is social proof for you, so it makes it look like, you know, your brand is big and you have a lot of customers. And then once you do that, you can go back. Then you want to add the next one right here, which is that little thing. And then here you want to put the 30-day money back guarantee. All right, and then you want to go back here. And then I like this little thumbs up, so I'm going to click on the very last one with the thumbs up. And then I'm going to put perfect. Okay, so that looks good. I'm going to go back now. And we don't need this one right here, so I'm going to just remove it. So yes, you want to have this return policy because if you don't, people aren't going to buy anything from your store. And so that's the main reason why we want to have this. So now just click on save, then go back. Now click on where it says footer. And the footer is basically going to be this section right here. So we just want to kind of edit this a little bit and make it more customized. So first things first, where it says about us, click on that. Now you're going to just upload your logo, which should be already here. So just click that. And you can make the logo height whatever you want. So I'm going to show you how it will look if I make it bigger. So I'm just going to keep it on 40 because you don't need it to be big. Or actually, I'll keep it on 58 looks good. So I'll keep it on 58. And then where it says heading, you don't really need that, so I'm just going to remove it. And then the email, so we actually didn't talk about what your email is going to be yet. So just keep it like this, and we'll come back and edit it later once we figure out what our email is going to be. You're also not going to have a phone number, so just remove that. And you also don't need any text, so just remove that. Perfect. So that looks fine. So just click save. Go back. And then quick links as well. We're not going to have to do anything here yet. And then the follow us as well. We're not going to do this yet. We'll check it later. And then subscribe to our newsletter. We already have this. And so we're not actually going to need this. So we're going to remove it. Perfect. So this is how it should look right now. We're going to come back and edit this at the end, but just make sure you save it for now. Okay, so as for now, the home page is basically done. Now, this is how your home page should look. It's very simple, straight to the point. It shows you all the products that you want. You obviously don't want to have too much junk here. There's really no point. Now, the only thing I might add later is going to be a testimonial. And so if I do add that, then I will show you guys how to add it later on. But for now, we are all good. Now, the next thing I want to do is actually click on theme settings, which is right here. And then where it says colors, click on that. Alright, so now we're going to customize colors and see where all the purple is. I'm going to change that with this pink color. So I'm going to go back to Canva. Alright, so this is the color I want. So I just have to click on this, then click on this, and then the color is right there. So I just have to click here, and then I can actually just copy this. Now I'm going back to my Shopify store, and I'm going to replace the purple with that pink color. Okay, so it should be like that. Alright, now you have that color saved here, and then if you click on this, the color is going to be right there. So now just change the purple with the pink, or basically whatever color your title is. Alright, so now I'm just going to click on save once I do that with all the colors. And if you just scroll through now, you're going to see that there is no more of that purple color, so it's going to be pink now. Alright, so now that that's done, I'm going to go back, click where it says typography, and now we are going to change the text because I personally do not like this text. So my favorite text to use is Open Sans, and so that's what I'm going to use. Now obviously maybe you like a different text, so you can go ahead and use that, but I like this one the best. And I'm going to just change this to bold, just like that, because this is heading, so I want the headings to be bold. And then here for the accent menus, we're going to also change the font again to whatever you want it to be. It should be Open Sans. And then I'm just going to make this one extra bold, because this is basically going to be this, and you always want this to be extra bold. Now, as for the body text, I'm just going to make this Open Sans, and then I'm just going to make it regular, so that's fine. Alright, so this is how it should look once you're done. Now go through and see if you like the way it looks, and you can actually edit some stuff as well. So if I want to, I can change the base size so that I can make it really big, and I can also bring it down, so I'm going to make it about 32. And you can even customize the page title size if you want as well. Okay, so you can kind of look at what I did. You can kind of change the size to whatever you want, but I think this looks perfect the way it is. So now I'm just going to go back and see where it says social media. So as of right now, you don't actually have your social media accounts created, but once you do, you can come and add them all in here. So for now, don't worry about social media. We'll do this later. Alright, so next we're going to change the favicon. Now I'm going to show you guys what that actually is. So let me just search something up in Google and show you guys. Alright, so this right here is a favicon, and so we need to create this for our brand as well. And basically all brands have this, as you can see here. This is a favicon basically. So we're going to go ahead and go to Canva now. And in Canva, search up Instagram and create a blank Instagram post. Okay, so basically, for a lot of people, what they do with their favicon is they will make the background color the same as the logo color, which is very smart. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So this is a color here, and then I'm going to add it as the background color. And so your favicon is going to actually be very, very small, so it's going to be hard to see. And so you don't want to have too much crowd on it. You just want to have a couple of letters. So personally, what I would do is just put the first letters of each word. KMH. So kitchen must-haves. So I want to make it as large as I possibly can. And as for the text, I guess I want it to match what's on my store. So we're going to do open sans. Alright, so that's pretty simple. That's how you're going to make it. And if you want, you can change this color. So I think I'm going to just make this white because I think it would look better. And so now all you have to do is just save it. So just click download. And in the favicon section, you can click select image. Okay, perfect. So now this is your favicon. So just click save, then go back. Alright, so now after favicon, click cart and search. Okay, so up here, just unclick this, then unclick this. And also for cart type, just put page. And the cart icon is better as a cart, so keep it like that. And so everything else here is fine, so just click save, and then go back. Click review app. And you actually don't have to worry about anything here, so just go back now. Click advanced settings. Alright, so next thing we are here, and where it says announcement, it's basically this thing up here. And so what I like to put here usually to create some sort of urgency to get people to buy products is say 50% off sale only this week or something like that. Alright, so as you can see we have entire store 50% off this week only. So this creates urgency to make people want to buy your products, so we're all good for that. And I'm just scrolling down here to see if we have to do anything. Where it says back to top, just uncheck both of them. Where it says general, uncheck show breadcrumbs. And then now you're all good, so just click save. Go back. Click on checkout. As for background image, you can just put your favicon, so I'm going to put that. And then here, logo, so just put your logo. And let's see here. Same thing again, put your favicon. And again, put your favicon. And then you're good with all that. Only thing you have to change is this, and so you should have that pink color, whatever color you use, still there. So I put the pink color. Perfect. So that looks fine for now. Just click save. Go back. Perfect. Okay, so we have all of this stuff done here. Now we're gonna go back. Alright, so basically our home page now is all done. And everything looks good here. We're gonna fix this later on. And now what I want you to do is click here, and where it says product pages, click on that. So as you guys know, I didn't actually edit this product. The only product that I actually edited was this one right here. Okay, perfect. So now we want to edit this a little bit, just make it look a little bit better, more professional. Alright, so first things first, click on header. And honestly, we don't have to change anything here, so we're going to be okay. So go back, click on product pages, and here where it says image display, click on stacked. And the image alignment left is better, so keep it that way. And enable image zoom, so that's basically if you do hover over the image, it's going to zoom in, and you honestly don't want that, so just uncheck this. And then where it says big product title, just uncheck this as well. Alright, so next thing it says enable product sharing. So basically that is this part right here where people can share the product, but a lot of the time people don't even share the product, and even if they did, they're going to get off your site and maybe they won't return back, so you don't even want to have this, so just uncheck it. And also uncheck this here. Alright, perfect. Now go back, then click on product recommendations. Okay, so basically this is this part right here where it says you may also like, and it shows all the other products on the store. Now I do actually like having this here as well, just in case they do want to buy another product, they can click on it and add it to their cart. And so honestly, everything looks good here. You're not going to have to make any changes to this, so you're all good. So just click back. And make sure you do save it just in case you do leave the page or something. So always make sure you are periodically saving. Alright, next, once we're done that, there's going to be a related product section, and honestly, there is no point to have that since we have the other one. And so I'm just going to uncheck this, so it should remove it from our page. And then you can just go back. Now that's all good. And we have next the testimonials, and basically this is going to be customer reviews. So we are not going to be using this. We're going to be using an app that's going to actually import reviews to our store. And so I'm going to go over that later, but definitely you want to have reviews on your store. It acts as social proof. So if customers are looking at your store and they want to just make sure that other customers have also had your products and had a good experience, then of course you want to have those reviews. So don't worry about this. We're actually going to remove this and add the other ones later on. I'm going to go ahead, click on the first one, and then just remove it, and do that with all the other ones as well. Perfect. Now just click on save. Let's go back. But that is basically it for the product page. The only thing I'm going to add again is the customer reviews, which we will add later on. But other than that, everything else looks pretty good. And also I'm going to add some apps later to the store that are going to enhance the way this looks. And so that's something we can worry about later on as well. Now the last thing I would say is just make sure you do go through it and just make sure all looks good. So we have all the pictures here, which looks nice. We have the price, we have the color, the quantity, the add to cart button, then we have this section, the buy more, save more. And then here, what I said before, which is basically the hook and explains what the product does and what it is. And then we have a nice little GIF here, which obviously you don't need to have. I just got lucky because a different competitor had it, and so I took it from my competitor, but you don't always have to have this. And then here we have the characteristics of the product, kind of explaining what it does and what it is. And then we have the specifications here, so it kind of tells you about the product, like the material size. Then we say what the package includes, and then we have notes, so in case the customer needs to know something, we'll put it there. We're good for now, so what I want you to do is head back and just make sure you have this saved before you head back. Alright, now the next thing I want you to do is click where it says pages. And basically now we have to add pages to our store. So the first thing I want you to do is click on add page. Now the first page you're going to add is going to be a contact us page. And then right here where it says page, click on that and then click on page.contact and then just click save. And so now I'm going to show you how this would look. So if you want to see how it's going to look on your store, just click on view on your online store. And this is basically how it looks. So if the customer wants to contact you, they're going to put their information in, click send, and then you're going to get the email to your email inbox. So anyways, I'm going to go back now. Now next thing I want you to do is create another page. So where it says create another page, click on that. Alright, so next we're going to make an about us page. And this is very important because you do want to talk about your brand, and if someone is curious about your brand, they're going to click on this. And so you don't have to make this too fancy or anything. You can put a little paragraph talking about the company or whatever you want. And so I'm going to show you basically what I would do for this. Alright guys, so I just finished the About Us page, and you can just use this as an example for your own store as well. Kind of copy it and change it up yourself for what you're doing. But honestly, I think it's good. You don't need to make it too long. This is perfect, and this is what I do for all of my stores. Alright, so now that that's done, I'm going to click on save. And now I do want to add another page, so I'm going to click create another page. Now the next page I'm going to create is an FAQ page. And this is very important since customers usually do have a lot of questions, and so just having this is a lot easier because you don't want them to email you if they can just find the question on your store. Now, as for the questions that the customer is going to ask, it really just depends on the product you're selling. So if you're selling some sort of makeup, the questions are going to be very different than me selling kitchen stuff, for example. Alright, so I just made the questions page, and don't worry too much about this because usually it's the same type of questions. And so what I did is I made it, and so you're going to copy this exact thing and then put it on your store, and you're going to be able to get all of this. It's going to be inside the course. You're going to see it on a separate page, so you can just copy it and then paste it here. Now make sure you look through it to make any changes. For example, I said here it takes 10 to 20 business days to receive the product. Now that's what Zendrop says. So for your product, it might be less, it might be more, and so make sure you change that accordingly. So yeah, just go through it, make any edits if you need to. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. And we have to create another page now. So I'm going to click here, and then I'm going to click add page. Now this is going to be the track your order page. Alright guys, so I'm inside the course, and I want to make sure I tell you that in this section here where it says creating your online store, I'm going to have this page here where you can copy information, but the thing I want you to copy right now is the track your order page. So just copy this whole section right here. Alright, so what you want to do first is just click on this, and then click paste, and then just click on save. Perfect, and that's how it should look. And then we're going to go to settings. click on legal. Okay, so before we move forward, I just want to say also, if you have not already created your store email, make sure you go ahead and do that. So basically go to Gmail and create an email for your store. So what I would do is whatever your store name is at gmail.com. For example, I'd make mine kitchenmusthaves at gmail.com. That way, whenever I do reference adding your email in the course, you can go ahead and do it. And basically the email is where customers are going to contact you. So make sure you go ahead and create it. And every time I reference it, then you can add it in that section. And basically all businesses need these pages since they are legal pages and it's very simple to make them. So basically all you have to do is click on create from template, and then here it's going to create the template for you, which you can just use. The only thing you have to change maybe is the email, so I'm gonna have to change this. Yeah, and just go through it, make sure it's fine, but honestly it's good like this, so you don't have to do anything else. Just make sure it has the right email, which I did put. Alright, next we have the privacy policy, so create from template. Now the only thing you want to make sure here is see where it says this right here. Just make sure that it's actually your store name. So I actually have to change this and make it kitchen must-haves. And the only thing you want to change here at the bottom is underneath contact, it's going to show your address. I'm going to blur my address out, but just make sure you remove that because it is your home address and obviously you don't want anyone to see your address. And then at the end here, just remove this part because you honestly don't need it. And also here it's going to say contact and it's going to have email address in bracket. So just make sure you put your store email address. And other than that, don't worry about this. This is all fine. You don't really have to do anything with this. I'm just going through to make sure it's fine. Next, terms of service. So click create template. Alright, so now see how it says Sarah Finance 59. So my store is actually going to be kitchen must-haves. So I want to make sure I replace that. So everything here is fine. Just make sure you have your email at the bottom that they can contact you from. And that's really it. This is pretty simple. Now just click on save. But this is all done now, so we have everything. Now what I want you to actually do is just copy this whole section here. Now click on online store, click pages, and now we're going to add this page as well. And say refund policy, and then just paste it in here. And now just click on save, and then go back again on settings, legal, scroll down, and then copy this one, which is privacy policy. Then go back to online store, pages, add page, and then it's privacy policy. Then paste it, click save, go back to settings again, go to legal, and then last one is terms of service. So just copy the whole thing. Alright, and then just click back on online store, and then pages, add page, and that was terms of service. Paste it, and then just click save. Perfect. So now click back here where that little arrow is, and now it's going to show us all the pages. So basically this is all the pages you need for your online store. And so now what I want you to do next is click on navigation. And now basically we're going to edit where these pages are on our store. So first click on main menu. Now where it says home, click on delete because you don't need that. Where it says catalog, click edit, and then change the title to products. So this is going to be all the products. So click apply changes, and click add menu item. And now we're going to add all the pages. So the first page we're going to add, let's see here. So we're going to add the about us page first. Click add. Then next you're going to add pages again. Then click on contact us. Then you add it like that. And then again, click on pages. Click on FAQ. Add. So now just click on save. And then go back. Then where it says footer menu, click on that. Alright, and now just delete where it says search. Then click add menu item. Again, you're going to click on pages. And now you're going to add all of this. Privacy policy, refund policy, in terms of service. So privacy policy, pages, refund policy, and then again, pages, terms of service, Also, I'm just going to move this one on top here. So refund policy, privacy policy, and terms of service. Click save. And I realized I forgot something, so go back. Click on main menu. Click add menu item. Pages. I forgot to add the track your order, which we do need. And now I'm going to organize this a little bit more. So I'm going to move this one to the end, then move this one right here like that. So it's going to look like this. So I'm going to click save menu. Okay, perfect. So that's all good. Now we're going to go back again and just make sure that's also good. Perfect. So we've done this, click on settings, click on notifications, and here where it says logo, make sure you upload your logo and just make sure you click on save. Alright, so next what I want you to do is just head back, click on shipping and delivery, click here where it says manage rates. Alright, so once you get here, what I want you to do is see where all these sections are. I want you to just delete them. So click this, click delete, and do that with all the other ones as well. And also even here as well, so just make sure you delete it. And here as well. So make sure it's all deleted. And like I told you guys before, we want to make it free shipping. So click on add rate for the very first one. Then click free shipping. Done. Do the same thing for the next one. And if you don't live in Canada, you might not have this section right here, so don't worry about it. But because I do live in Canada, I do have that section. But whatever section you have, just make sure you fill it in with the free shipping. Just like that, and click done. Alright, and once that's all done, just go up here and make sure you see all of the products. So yes, I do see all the products on my store. Then click on save. Now go back and go back again. Then click on payments. Alright, so now what we want to do is, in order for you to actually receive money and for people to actually buy your products, you have to complete this section here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click complete account setup. So now we're on the payment section, so we have to set this up in order for us to get paid and for customers to also check out on our store. So the most convenient one to use is Shopify Payments. It's almost available everywhere. In case it's not available in your country though, what you can do is you can scroll down here and you can click on third-party providers. And then you'll be able to choose from one of these and set up with them. For example, a really good one I like is 2Checkout, or this one here. So I can click on it, do what it says to set it up on your account, but Shopify payments should be available. And also another thing you can do as well, under third-party providers, there's also this one, which is alternative payment methods. So click this. And depending on where you live, you may be able to choose one of these. And another one here that's very important is PayPal. So if you don't already have a PayPal account, you definitely want to create one. So what you can do here is click on complete account setup if you have the PayPal account, and if you don't have a PayPal account, make sure you go ahead and create one, and then it's going to let you basically complete your account setup here. So once you complete the PayPal, you can go up to Shopify Payments and then click complete account setup. And then here it's basically going to ask you to put in all your information, confirm it, and then you'll be all good. So everything else here is fine. You don't have to do anything here. So go back and we're just going to go through all of these sections just so you know what to do for the future when you build other stores. So click on general. Okay, so here's going to be all your personal information obviously here. And so, as long as you have all your information here good, then you're fine. And just make sure you have that store currency fixed. Like I told you guys, I did US dollars. So go back. So this doesn't really matter. You can add your home location, but that's basically it. And also we have the app locations here as well. So now we're going to head back and see where it says plan and permissions. Click on that. Alright, so basically this is just showing your plan for Shopify, and basically for me, I have the lowest plan, which is $29 a month, and that's all you need. But if you ever did want to upgrade it, you can just click here, but you're probably not going to have to do that. Now, if you just scroll down, you can add like a staff account. So basically, if you need someone to help out with your store, you can add someone else to basically help. And that's a cool option that you have. And also, if you scroll down here, the last thing I want to show you as well is this part right here. So let's say you do want to close your store. So obviously, when you want to close your store, you have to go to plan and permissions and then click on close your store. You'd put your password in and you can close it. Now, if you just wanted to pause your store, so you just kind of take a break from it and you're not going to have to pay anything, then you can just click on pause. So yeah, you have this right here just in case, maybe you need a little break or something. Alright, so let's go back now. Next is the payments. And we already set this up, like I told you guys, we already made the Shopify and PayPal payments. Next, let's click on notifications. So basically here, everything's done. You really don't have to play with anything, but this is basically just the emails that will be sent to the customer. For example, if you refund someone, they're going to get one of these emails. When they order something, they're going to get an email confirmation. If there's a payment error, they're also going to get a notification to their email. And then if we just keep scrolling down, I'll show you if there's anything else that's important. So yeah, I scrolled down to the bottom and there really is nothing that you have to worry about. So we're going to go back up, click back on here. Next, click on store languages, and here it's basically what your store language is, and for mine it's English, and I'm guessing for yours it's also going to be English, so honestly no need to add any other languages. So we're going to go back, click on checkout. Okay, so where it says customize your style of checkout, click on customize checkout. Alright, so as you can see, here is the checkout. Now, if you guys remember, I actually added this background here, but I totally forgot that it's going to end up looking like this, and so I'm going to go ahead and actually remove this background because it's going to make it look really weird and confusing. So all I have to do is click on theme setting, and anywhere you see this where I basically told you to put it, just click on remove, click remove, click remove, and that's basically it, and then click save, and now it should be gone. So we should take a look and see. Okay, perfect. So now this looks a lot better than before. Before it looked really weird. And so once we're done with this, I want you to exit back out right here. Click exit again. Click settings. Click back on checkout. Alright, so where it says customer accounts, so this is actually a good option to have. So if you want your customer to create an account, click accounts are optional. So that means if a customer does create an account or they buy something with you, they're going to already have an account with your store, and so having this is nice. But if they don't want to create an account, that's fine too. But it doesn't really do too much for you anyways. It's just that if they do come back to your store and buy something, they just have their email there already in the system, so they don't have to put their email in again. Alright, so next here is customer contact. So to check out, they can check out with their phone or email. So I would have that one checked off like that. And here to receive shipping updates, just click on this. That way customers can be able to have both. Alright, so for this section, make sure that you require the first and last name. Also make sure that the company name is required. And make sure also for address line 2, it's optional because that's their second address. And then make sure for shipping address and phone number, it is required. So just click save. Scroll down and don't worry about tipping because no one's going to tip anyways. Okay, so keep going down. Alright, and where it says enable address auto completion, uncheck that because a customer could mistakenly put in the wrong address. Alright, and this is fine here, keep it the way it is. And then here for email marketing, just make sure that this is checked off. And then also here for abandoned checkouts, if a customer did put their email in and they left the page because they didn't want to buy it anymore, an email is going to be sent out to them basically saying, hey, you forgot your order. So yeah, I would say just keep it at 10 hours since that's the recommended. And then here for checkout language, this is good. It's in English, so click save. Alright, so now we're all done this section, so go back. So next click on billing. And everything here should be okay. Now here for payment methods, you want to manage how you pay your Shopify bills. So I use PayPal, but if you do want to add your card number, like a credit card, then you can go ahead and add that. Alright, now everything else is fine, so let's go back. Click on shipping and delivery. So obviously you don't have to worry about this because your product is going to be shipped out from your supplier. So either Zendrop or S-Pocket, it's going to go straight to the customer. So don't worry about this. This is just basically going to be information that you don't really need. And you also don't need to worry about labels or anything like that. So go back. Click on files. Now this is just showing the files that you uploaded. So don't worry about that either. Click on legal. And remember, we already did this, so we already made a refund policy page, we made the privacy policy page, and also the terms of service. So go back now. Click on taxes. So this is basically if you want to charge tax on your products, which you don't want to do, that's for sure. So honestly, don't worry about any of this and go back. Now click on sales channel. Okay, so we're going to actually do something with this later on, but for right now, you do not have to worry about this. Alright, so I've basically walked you through all the settings and now you kind of know what to do and you can come back here if you need to change anything. So now that we're done here, we have some other stuff to do with the products, so click on products. And once you do that, you're going to have to go through all the products, but I'm just going to show you an example with what you have to do with just one of the products. So this is a product right here. So what you want to do is scroll down to the bottom and see how there's two products here. I'm going to go with the first one and click edit. So there are some edits I have to make here. And so as you can see, the price of it is $18.99, but I'm going to compare the app price. So I'm going to say it used to be $24.99. So when I put that there, it shows that the customer is getting a deal. So it shows that this product is on sale and they're getting it for $18.99. Now, see how it says charge tax on this product? I'm going to uncheck that because you should never want to charge tax on any of your products. And the main reason for that is because it's just going to avoid people wanting to buy the product, and you already have the price calculated in this, and so you don't want to charge any tax. And see how it says shipping here? Just uncheck this because you don't have to worry. And where it says shipping here, you don't have to worry about any of this. And the reason for that is because they deal with shipping, so ZenDrop is going to deal with all this. So click save. And you obviously want to do this with your other product as well. So any products that you sell in your store, you need to make sure that you make the changes to them. So we said this was going to be $24.99. I'm not going to charge tax, and everything else here is good. Go back. Alright, so just make sure you do that with all the products that you have on your store. And I just did it with one, just for an example. Alright guys, so now that this is all done, what I want you to do is click on Online Store, click on Customize, and click on Theme Settings, and click on Social Media. Alright, so now what we want to do is actually create our social media accounts. So what I want you to create is a Twitter account, a Pinterest account, an Instagram account, and also a TikTok account. And later on, we're going to create a Facebook page. So don't worry about this now, but make sure you create all of these accounts. Is just make sure you put in the links for all your social media. So I put the Twitter link, the Pinterest link, the Instagram link, and for TikTok I put it in Vimo because they don't actually have a TikTok symbol, but honestly that's okay. And later on we're going to add the Facebook one, but just make sure you do that. And also here where it says sharing options, just unclick all of them. But that's basically it, so just click on save, then go back. Alright, and if you guys don't remember, I already told you we're going to come back and edit this part right here. And so now we're going to do that, and so click back, then click where it says footer, because that's what we're going to be editing. Alright, and once we're here, we're going to make some edits to this. So I don't know why I have that main menu thing, I'm just going to go ahead and remove it. Okay, so as you can see, we have the quick links, and then we have the follow us on social media. So what I'm going to do for the follow us, I'm just going to change it to social media instead. Perfect, I'm going to go back now. Okay, and then quick links here basically is just our terms, which is the refund policy, privacy policy, and terms of service. And then I'm actually going to go back now and then add another one, and I'm going to do the menu. I'm also going to now change this from footer menu to main menu. And then click select. Okay, and then go back. Alright, that's perfect now. So I'm going to put this one actually in the very beginning, just like that. And that is perfect. So now I'm going to click save. Now there is one last thing I want to do. So see how it says copyright here, powered by Shopify, theme to beautify. So I actually want to remove this part right here, and I'm going to show you guys how we can do that. What I want you to do is click theme settings, click edit code. Alright, so now you're going to come to this, and basically what I want to find here is the footer. And so I'm going to search up footer and see if I can find that. Okay, perfect. So see where it says footer liquid, click on that. Okay, so scroll to the bottom of this. I know it looks very intimidating, but I'm just trying to see something. Okay, so do Control F and then search up powered by Shopify. Okay, perfect. So you see that right there. Okay, so see where it says powered by and then theme by and then it's to beautify. So you're going to actually remove this entire section. So from this part right here and then this whole part as well, you're going to remove this. So I'm just going to click delete and then just click delete. So I'm going to keep on spacing back. Okay, I think it should be fine now. Okay, so I'm going to click save now. Alright, so I'm going to just see if it worked. So I'm going to go back to online store, click on customize, and hopefully this worked. Okay, perfect. So we are all good. We got it. Now I'm going to go back and go to settings and then hit on general. And for some reason, my store name is still this. So I'm going to change it to kitchen must-haves. So make sure you do that as well for whatever your store name is. Put it right there. Alright, so once you're done this, click back on online store. I just want to do some touch-ups quickly with you guys and show you. So customize. Okay, so once you're here, click on drawer menu. Alright, so this is how it's going to look when they're on their phone and they click this little button right here. And so you have your products, you have your about us, track your order, FAQs, contact us. Then they can actually log in if they do create an account, which they can do right here. And then we have everything else here at the bottom. So the only thing I would probably do is just remove the footer menu because we don't really need that. So just click remove. And you can have the social media down here if you want. It's really a personal preference, but I like it, so I'll keep it there. So just click save. All right, now just click on back, click theme settings, click advanced settings. And I don't know if you guys remember, we added this earlier, which is entire store 50% off. Now instead of that, I'm going to do free worldwide shipping. But that's basically it. So now click save. And now just head back and then exit out of this place. Now what I want you to do is go to apps. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add reviews to our store. Our reviews are honestly very important because if you don't have reviews, then people aren't going to trust your store and they're probably not going to buy anything. So the app we're going to use to add reviews on our store is A-Reviews. There's a free version and a paid version. With the free version, you get 6 reviews on each product, and with the paid version, I believe you get over 1,500 reviews. Now, obviously, the paid version is much better, but I'm going to give you options because if you don't want to pay the money, I understand. And so we'll go through what you can do with this. So just click on it. Alright, so what you want to do here is click on import reviews. Alright, so now it's asking you to insert a URL where you can get reviews from. Now you can't get them from Zendrop or Pocket, and so we're going to go to AliExpress and search up this product right here. Alright, so I see the product right there, so I'm going to click on it. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the link. So this is the link for the product, and then I'm just going to now go back, and then now I'm going to paste the link right here. And now I'm going to click on import. And then you want to make sure you translate all comments to English. And also you can change the countries if you want. So I'm going to put United States, and then United Kingdom, and then I'm also going to put Canada, and then I'm going to put Australia. And that's basically it. And then I'm going to click submit. Alright, now what I want you to do is actually just click on it. Alright, so now we're here. Let's scroll down. And as you can see, the reviews are here. We have 6 of them for free. Okay, so what I urge you to do is just go through the reviews and you can actually just edit it just in case there is something that you don't like. So what I would do here is click this, and then if I want to, I can change some things. I can just add whatever I want here. I could also just put the star rating to whatever I want. If I want to make it 4.5, I can do that. If I want to make it 5, I can do that. You can also change the flag. Literally, you can just edit it however you want. And basically, that's it. And once you are done editing, click this little thing here. Alright, so once you've gone through all the reviews and you've made any edits that you have to make, and even looking at the photos as well, I would even get rid of some photos that you don't think are high quality, so you can look through some of them, and if you see something you don't like, obviously just exit it out. So again, this is how you would do it. Click edit. You can just click XX on whatever one you don't like. Alright, so once you're done editing everything, what I want you to do is click import reviews. Okay, so now we can go back on our store and we can take a look and see if the reviews have been placed there. Okay, so yes, if you scroll down to the bottom, you can see customer reviews, and there you go. You have all of the reviews, and they look pretty good. And what I like is that they have photos with them, and that's what you want. You want people to have photos. So this way, if your customers are interested in buying the products, they're going to look at the reviews, and once they see that there's some really good reviews, then they're probably going to buy the product. Now, the only issue now is that there's not enough reviews. There's only 6, and that definitely is not enough. Now, let's say you really don't want to pay that $7 a month, which honestly, I recommend you do pay it if you can, but if you can't pay that $7 a month to get the 1,500 reviews, then what you honestly can do is just put the reviews in manually. So where it says write a review, click on that, and then you can just make the reviews yourself. And so what I mean by making the reviews yourself is head over to AliExpress. Okay, so I'm back on AliExpress, and I'm going to go down, scroll all the way down to the bottom where the reviews are. Alright, so what you can do is actually use these reviews. So for example, what I want is photo reviews. So I'm going to click on photos. And then I'm going to also click on 5 stars. Okay, so now it's showing me 5 stars and it's also showing me the photo reviews. So now I just want to see if I can actually click on this. So what I can do is I can just copy some of the reviews and the photos from here. So I would just screenshot this, and then I would copy the comment and edit it if I have to, and then just put it in myself. And so they blur out the name, and so you're going to have to make up a name. And so like I told you guys, it's going to be a lot of work, but I gave you the option. If you want to do this, just come to AliExpress, find your product, copy basically whatever you see here, the photos, and then put the review in yourself manually. But if you don't want to do that and you just want to pay the $7 a month, I will show you what you can do. So let's go back to A-Reviews, click on this little thing right here, click on plans. Alright, so here we are, and if you just pay the $6.99 a month, you are going to get unlimited number of reviews per product, then 1,500 reviews per URL, and that is more than enough that you're going to need, as opposed to the free one where you only get 6. So if you want to get the 1,500 on each product rather than the 6, I highly recommend you pay the $6.99. And then once you pay that $6.99, you're going to get way more reviews. It's going to be so much better. And again, I just want to make sure that you do put the reviews on each product. So I have my 6 reviews here. So make sure you go ahead and put it on all the other products as well. And if you do end up getting the paid version, you're going to get 1,500 reviews on each product. So yeah, you can go ahead and play around with that and kind of choose whether or not you want to pay for it or just use the free version. Alright, so anyways, now that we are done with reviews, I'm just going to exit out of here. Now, there is one more app that I told you guys to download, which is Vitals 40. Now, this is actually a really good app to use on your store, but the only issue is it's going to cost you $30 a month. So honestly, I wouldn't worry about this app right now, but once you start making a decent amount of money, like at least over $3,000 a month, maybe you can look into using this. So honestly, for right now, you can go ahead and delete it because I don't want you to have to pay $30 for it, so just click delete. Okay, so now there is also some other things I like to do at the end. So I always like to touch up my store, just make sure everything is perfect. So one thing I want to get you to do is click on discounts, click on automatic discounts, and click this. Now put here buy more, save more, and then keep it on percentage, and then put 5%, and then click on all products, and then put here minimum quantity of products, then put 2. So basically, they get 5% off all products if they buy 2 products, and it's active right now. And so I'm going to click on save. And that is exactly what we want and how we're also going to get them to buy more so we can make more money as well. So let's go back, and there you go, it's right there. Pretty crazy now, but we're actually done the store finally. And before we do end off this part, I obviously want to go over some things and just make sure you understand everything here. And also, I do want to show the store at the end. So first, let's just click on the home page, and here, basically, you don't have to worry about this, just the home page. There's nothing important here. But once we are done, you can click on Launch Store. Now here, click on Orders. Alright, so whenever an order comes in from a customer, it's going to show up here, but you don't really have to worry about this section at all because we are going to fulfill all our orders in Zendrop, so don't worry about this. Alright, now next here, click on Abandon Checkout, and this section here basically is going to be any customer that puts their email in at checkout but does not buy the product. And so emails are going to be automatically sent to them if that does happen, and we already did this in the settings, so don't worry about it. Obviously, here is the product section. So this is where you're going to basically add your products, and we already went over this, so we're all good. Now click on inventory, and you don't have to worry about this at all because all your inventory is set up with Zendrop or SPocket. Click transfers, and don't worry about this at all. Click collections, you don't have to worry about this at all. Click customers. Now in this section, basically any customer that ends up buying a product is going to show up here, or if anyone does subscribe to your email list, they're also going to show up here. And so this is basically the contacts to your store, and so whenever you want to send out emails, the people here are going to end up receiving those emails. Now we're going to click on analytics. Okay, so the only reason you want to come here is just to look at how much money you made. So basically this screen shows you all the details you need. So it's going to show you how much money you made here, how much visitors came to your store, how many returning customers came to your store, and just customers in general. And then here it's going to tell you your online store conversion rate. So for example, if you were to get 100,000 people to come to your store and 5,000 people bought products, that means that your store has a 5% conversion rate. And I will say anything above 3% is honestly pretty good. And here's just some other analytics that really don't matter at all. Honestly, analytics aren't too important. You could just come and look at them whenever you want to see how much money you're making and how your store is performing. But one thing I would pay attention to is this part right here. You want to make sure this is 3%, because if it's like 1%, for example, then potentially you could be doing something wrong. And it would basically mean that people are not interested in your products. But yeah, that's basically it for this. Obviously, you don't have to worry about this too much. So now let's go to reports. So basically, this is just a nice little page that's going to give you some information if you want it. So it's going to tell you how much money you made, where your customers are coming from, your inventory information, and you don't have to actually check this. It's not mandatory, but I just want to show you it in case you ever are curious. Now click on Live View. Now this is just a cool feature from Shopify that basically shows you some analytics for your store. So basically, it's going to show you live what's going on in your store. So it'll show you how many visitors are on your store, how many orders were bought today, the sales, and then it'll show you the real time. So if there's customers on your store, it's going to show up down here. This is just a cool feature you can look at whenever you want to see, if anyone's on your store, if you want to see what's going on. But obviously, you don't have to worry about this. There's nothing you have to do with this. It's just something for you to check if you want to. Next, click on marketing. Alright, so for marketing, you don't have to worry about this at all right now. We will come back to this later on because we don't have to worry about this. Now click on discounts. And basically, we already added the discount. Remember, we did the 5% off 2 products or more. So yeah, that's what this section is all for. Then click on apps. And here we have all the apps on our Shopify store. And I just want to say as well that there's so many apps you can add to your Shopify store, but these are the ones that I use for my personal store, and these are the ones I think you can use as well. But if you ever are curious and want to add more apps, you can visit the Shopify App Store and add some other ones that you may be interested in, as there are a lot of them. But to start, this is definitely enough. You don't want to over confuse yourself. So yeah, this is fine. And then if we click now here on online store, this basically just allows us to customize our online store, and there's nothing else here to see. Then you can click on blog posts, and yes, you can add a blog post, but I never have done that before. I've never added a blog post to my store. I don't really think you want to do that. I don't think anyone's gonna read it either, so you don't have to worry about this. Maybe down the road, if you ever feel like adding a blog, then go ahead, but I don't really see the point of it. Next is pages. And remember, we already added our pages a while back. We have everything here. And so you're good for this. Click navigation. And you don't have to worry about this. It's just the menus on your page. And we already did this. We did the footer menu and we did the main menu. So we're all good for this. Now click on domains. Alright, so I'm finally coming back to this at the end here. And we have not yet bought our domain. So basically, your domain is this thing up here. So it's your store's URL. Alright, so obviously now you should have your store name, and so now you can go ahead and buy your domain. So for me, it's kitchen must-haves. And what's available for me is the .ca. But obviously .com is much more ideal, and I already told you you can add like a dash if you want to in order to buy like the .com. So I just click on buy. Okay, so this domain is going to cost me $16, and it's going to cost me $16 every single year. But anyways, I'm going to go on my other Shopify store and tell you what's going to happen after you click on buy. So once you click on buy domain, you're going to have a page that looks just like this. And so you're going to have 2 domains. So it's going to be the .myshopify.com and the one that you just bought. And the one that I have, remember, was kitchenmusthaves.ca. So all you want to do here is click on change primary domain name. So once you click that, you just want to make sure that the blue circle is on the one that you just bought. So for example, this one right here was the old one. And so I don't want this one anymore. I just bought this, and so I'm going to set it to this one. So set it to the new one, click save, and then it should say your primary domain successfully changed. And basically you're going to have to give it about 24 hours or maybe even like 2 to 4 hours depending on how long it takes for it to 100% show. When you do buy the new domain, this part right here, so the URL on your end is still going to stay the same. So you're still going to see, sarahfinance59.myshopify.com even after you bought that domain. So for me, the domain is kitchenmusthaves.ca. I'm not going to see that on my end though. Shopify is still going to show me my original one. But for any visitors, they are going to see this. So don't worry about that. I just want to make sure you knew that, just in case you got confused after seeing this still. Alright, so anyways, we are done with this, and once you buy your domain, you're good. So the last section I want to show you is preferences. So what I'll do here is just put in my title. So I'll put in kitchen must-haves. And then here I don't really put anything, so don't worry about that. And then this is all good here. And you don't have to worry about this either. You don't have to worry about this either. You don't have to worry about this. Alright, now last thing here, which is password protection. So basically, when you have a password, it means that no customers can visit your store. So now that our store is ready, we can uncheck this and then erase this, and it's going to remove the password. So make sure you save it, and now you're all good. Alright guys, so for now, I've gone through everything with you guys. I went through all of this stuff that you're going to use. I went through the settings. And after this, I just want to show you how the online store looks, just to confirm that it's good. Alright, so first we are on the home page here. We have a nice title. We have all this here which we need, which is products, about us, track your order, FAQs, and contact us. And as you can see here, we have the banner, the free worldwide shipping this week only. And then we have this where a customer can create their account. Then we have the cart. Then we have the shop now, and then we have the nice little thing here in the background, which looks good. So we can scroll down and we see here we have all products. And then if you keep going down, we have that newsletter sign up here. So a customer can put their email in and then be subscribed to our email list to get updates from us. And then we have this section right here, which is always nice to have. And everything else looks good in this section, but one thing I did notice is I forgot to put the email, and so we're going to go back and fix that after. That's why I always check just to make sure. But anyways, I just also want to click on these to make sure everything's fine. So contact us, and for this section, they're going to put their information in, click send, and then an email is going to come to your inbox. Then click on FAQ. Here are all the questions that they might ask, so we have that down. Then click track your order. And remember, they're going to get an email of their tracking order, so if they want to check, they can come and paste it here, click track, and then they can get their order status. Now click on About Us, and here we have the little description, which is all good. Click on Products. Alright, and here we have all of the products. And remember, I only edited one product, which was this one. So we just have to do that one last touch up on the footer with the email, so go back to your Shopify dashboard. So online store, customize. Alright, so I want to change this first. So footer, image, and there the email is. Alright, so here just make sure you put in the email for your brand. So that's just my email that they can contact me with, and you put yours in. Now I'm going to click save. But alright guys, that is basically it now. We are done the entire store. Everything's done. The designs are all done. And now I'm on the home page. But I did have something that I wanted to fix. So click on settings. Click on shipping and delivery, then click on manage rates, and then scroll down. So there was something I wanted to edit on this page, but first I want you to go to Zendrop and find all your products. Alright, so here on Zendrop we can see shipping. So for USA, regular, it's 10 to 20 days. For international, regular, 10 to 20 days. And we want to go with this 10 to 20 days. We don't want to go with economy because it takes 20 to 30 days. So let's go back now. And for all the sections, we're going to make some changes. So where it says the free shipping, click the three dots, edit rate, and then I'm just going to change this to free shipping without capitals. And then in brackets put 10 to 20 business days. Now I just like to put business days just because it gives you a little bit more room because it doesn't count the weekends. And so yeah, just put 10 to 20 business days and then do that for the other ones as well. Edit. And then click done. And then here for rest of the world, again, click edit rate. So now for all of these sections, it should say free shipping, 10 to 20 business days. And the reason we need this is because when they check out, they're obviously going to wonder how long the shipping is going to take. And so that's why I added this here. Section's all done, so I'm going to go back here and go over the shipping settings one more time. So click on settings in the bottom. Now click on checkout, because I do believe I made some mistakes here, so I want to scroll down and check it. Alright, so yes, I just want to confirm some stuff here just because this is very important. So for the form options, make sure it says require first and last name. And then here, click on hidden because we don't want to have that. For address line 2, make it required. And then for shipping address, phone number, put optional. Click save, so it should look like this now. Alright guys, so anyways, your online store is now 100% done. Now the next part of the course is going to focus on what's going to happen when a customer actually buys something from your store and how you can make sure the product actually gets to them. So anyways, I'll see you in the next part of the program.